Here we are on our journey through the 52 weeks of why, episode 4. And in this episode, I have a special guest who's become a very good friend, and somebody that I can share really cool ideas with and bounce things back and forth with. And before I get into my guest, I just had a quote that struck me about the why journey that I'm on. And it's from Nietzsche. And Nietzsche said, "He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how." And this exploration for me, as I've talked to a few different people about their why, it's interesting to me that obstacles happen in everybody's lives. And the thing that gets us through those obstacles and what gets us motivated for every single day is our why. So my guest today is Linda Davidson. Linda is in the North Texas market. She's a leader that oversees 33 people in a branch for the company I work for, Fairway Independent Mortgage. She is a mother and a grandmother and a great grandmother who has 3 cats and 2 dogs. And the reason that I was gravitated towards Linda when I first met her was she has a way of speaking complex things into simple words, and a way of helping me to understand complex things. And just hearing her speak really got me to a point where I could understand things that I was struggling with personally. The cool part, so she's in the loan business like I am, but she's also working on getting her pilot's license. She also has her ministerial license and is a minister and is a coach with the Duncan Group. Linda, it's so great to have you here. I know it was tough getting our schedules together, so thanks so much for being here.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you having me. This is fun.
So what is your why?
So that one's so easy. You know, I think as we get older, we, over the life events that happen, we start discovering really our true why. And my true why is I grew up in government housing. And to make a difference in the life of others is my why. So I love making a difference in others. So I was very blessed as I started becoming a teenager and onto the adulthood to have mentors come into my life and teach me business and teach me leadership and teach me that I didn't have to be defined in that kid that grew up in government housing. I could be that leader that led others and helped others. And my why is to make a difference in the life of others. And I love doing that. So whether it's my family or whether it's my team here in the mortgage business, or my referring partners, or my friends or my family, I want to make a difference in their life. And so that really is truly my why.
Has this why been something that has progressed into being what it is now? Or is this something that as soon as you graduated high school or attended college or became an adult that came to you?
You know, I think it was a little bit later. When I graduated from high school, my self-esteem was not really high, just because, you know, when you grow up in this environment and everybody knows you as the poor kid that wears hand-me-downs or clothes that you are actually sew together, you sometimes that can really mess with, you know, am I good enough? And so over the years, I've been so blessed to have people come into my life and teach me that no matter where your background's from, because so many people have a background where they that it wasn't the pleasant, you know, picket fence in the front. And but we can be what we want to be, but we have to have mentors around us. We have to have determination. We have to have the perseverance. We have to have the plan, and we have to work towards those goals. And so it took a while for me to understand that I could be that person that did make a difference in the life of others because people were making a difference in the life of me. And so that has just been my passion and my vision for others, whether it's helping clients into a home or helping others build a life plan or a business plan, or just, advising or whatever the case may be, but making a difference has truly been something that over the years has just continued to, it's my passion and continuing to burn in my soul because I want to make a difference. I want to leave that difference in the life of others as I continue to go.
It's so special to me and speaks to my heart too, because I think everybody can look back on their young adulthood or childhood at somebody who had an impact on them that caused the road they were going down to hit an intersection where they felt that they finally had a choice, where you weren't on this road that was an obstacle and blocked off on either side and you had to go one way, but somebody came out of the woods and said, no, there's another path that you can go down. I have it. It's really cool to hear that you have it. And not only do you have it, but you would like to be it for other people. So tell me, when you wake up in the morning, how does making a difference in people's lives, how does that why motivate you in the morning?
Well, it's kind of cool that the kid who grew up in government housing gets to help families every single day to have a home of their own. Who gets to do that, right? And so, I think I don't think anyone ever wakes up one morning and says, I'm going to get in the mortgage business. I think we all kind of fall in the mortgage business. It's just one of those industries you don't just, you don't, at 7, I'm going to be a mortgage lender. You just don't do that, right? You want to be a doctor or a lawyer or whatever, but not the mortgage person. And so I felt, as in most people in this business, we kind of fall into the business. And so now when I wake up, I know that I am making a difference. And so, but regardless of whether I'm in the mortgage business or any other type of business, I wanted to be an ER doctor was what I really wanted to be growing up, but that just didn't happen, obviously. But what just drives me is, hearing the stories of, gosh, this one thing that you said, Linda, really made a difference in my life, or thank you for showing me and directed me. I had someone the other day just said, I have watched you over the last 15 years, and you do not know how much you've spoken to me, and you don't even know who I am. And I'm like, oh, number one, that's a lot of pressure because you're thinking, oh my gosh, hopefully I've not done anything wrong, right? But on the other hand, just to know that I've made an impact in their life in helping them to understand that they can be what they want to be. And we always tease in our office, you can be what you want to be when you grow up. How can we help you do that? And so, to help people to achieve those dreams is really, really cool.
I love it. As a father of daughters, I can say that it's wonderful to have someone like yourself who can set that example of what they can be, not just in terms of employment or income or anything monetary or material, right, but instead the kind of person that they can be to receive this fulfillment, right? Because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think if somebody spoke into you and they created that fork in your life, that is part of what spurs you on to now want to do that for other people. And I think especially for daughters, that's an important thing. Society tends to funnel them into a role, and I think to have that influence of a woman like yourself who can teach them other paths and mentor them is so valuable. So at the end of the day, when you rest your head on the pillow, how do you know that your why has been fulfilled and that you can rest your head in peace?
Great question. When I do go to bed, because these hours sometimes can be a little late in our business. So 2 things. sometimes we do go to bed and, you know, it's been a stressful day, or we know we have a lot that is on our plate for the next day, and we know it's going to be a little crazy and that kind of thing. So I have a chair in my bedroom, and I know this is really weird, but I have a chair in my bedroom. And when I'm laying in bed and I cannot sleep, I mentally take everything in my head that is stressing me or is causing me to worry, and I lay it on the, mentally place it on the chair, and I'm just like, okay, Lord, I'm leaving it over there for you to handle for tonight. And then I'll take it back up in the morning depending on what I need, right? So I know that's really strange, but it allows me to release it out of my brain, place it over to the chair, and then the Lord, you know, he can handle that because he's much bigger than me. And then the next morning, if I, you know, obviously pick it back up and get whatever needs to be done. But that's my release of letting go those things that keep you up at night, because they're, you know, we all have things that keep us up at night. But when I do lay down, and, you know, it's been a really good day because I know that I've made a difference, and I'm excited about a family that we just closed, and maybe they, you know, we have these family, we always tease we're kind of in the poor side of town, but we're in the low to moderate family, and I love serving that family. That is like that's my heart. And, you know, they'll bring us homemade desserts, and they'll bring us, you know, they'll come by and bring us flowers, and it's just so cool because you know you made a difference in their life. You this is a milestone for them, and those are the things that let me lay down at night and just be grateful for what we get to do. You know, this is a stressful business. It's a non-forgiving business. It's hard. It's not an easy business, but those are the things that just, it's worth every bit of it, because we know we make a difference in the life of others.
Wow, thanks so much for taking the time to share your why. I can say personally that you've made a difference, that you've helped me to explore this journey that I'm on right now. You were one of the first people that I met with and actually discussed the 52 weeks of why concept, and you were fully supportive and gung-ho, and took it out of the realm of me just kind of posting about it, but instead said, hey, you know, you really should do a video, and it really should be an exploration of others' why, instead of spurring my own why, which may change week in and week out, come to other people. So thank you for that. This series is a result of that conversation and the fork in the road that you created for me. Any final thoughts before we close out?
No, I'm just so proud of you for pursuing, and it's going to make a huge difference in your life because you're going to hear from others, and there's going to be a lot of aha moments. And I know when people are listening to this, there's going to be that, that just resounds with me, or that person or whoever, and then encourage them to share it with someone that they know that it would resound to them too, and make a difference in their life also.
Thank you for that. It's so true that sometimes we just need that one person to show us that they could do it, regardless of their circumstance, their family, their lives, where they lived, the clothes they wear, that they too can realize this path of success, or whatever words you want to give to where you find yourself. I know you're probably doing it for your kids and your grandkids and your great-grandkids and your coaching clients. And I just want to say thank you. And I appreciate all the guidance that you've given to me and the time that you took with me today.
It is my pleasure. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Proud of you.